Pictograph Alphabet ABC. A. Look at the alphabet A. It looks so high. A man is enjoying paragliding, flying over the peak of the alphabet A. And, a beautiful woman is skiing down on the slope of the alphabet A. Look at the peak of the mountain in the right. It looks like the alphabet A. Both of them look so high. Look at the picture on the right. There are two persons riding on one paraglide. It's amazing. They are paragliding around the peak of the snow-capped mountain. Voca Root 1. Latin root altus means high. Alps, Altai, Alpinist, Altocumulus, Altostratus, altitude, Exalt, Alto, altar. From now on, let's study a group of words derived from Latin root, altus. Vocabulary number 1. Alps. Look at the peak of the mountain in the right. It's A-shaped and looks so high. Etymology. Alps. Alpine. Altus, high. C. Alto, altitude. Albus, white. C. Album, albino. Alps. A-shaped, high and white mountains. A man is enjoying paragliding, flying over the peak of the alphabet A. And, a beautiful woman is skiing down on the slope of the alphabet A. An Alp is a high, snow-capped mountain. The Alps is one of the highest Alps in the world. The word, Alp, is derived from Latin root, altus, meaning high. Therefrom, Latin root albus, meaning white, may become. Literally, the Alps means many white, snow-capped, high mountains. High and white Alps. Look at the alphabet A. It looks like an Alp. The A-shaped, white peak of the Alps, shown in the picture below, is called Matterhorn, because it looks like a horn. Matterhorn is located on the Swiss-Italian border. The altitude above sea level of Matterhorn is 4,478 meters. The highest peak of a mountain is called apex. The Alps are a mountain range in south-central Europe, long extending over 1,000 kilometers from the Mediterranean coast of France and northwest Italy, through Switzerland, North Italy, and Austria, and finally to Slovenia. The Alps are the highest and most extensive mountain range system that lies entirely in Europe. The highest peak of the Alps is Mont Blanc, 4,810 meters, on the French-Italian border. Its scenic beauty and winter sports make it a popular tourist destination. It is Mont Blanc. Its altitude is 4,810 meters. Literally, Mont Blanc means a snow-capped white mountain. Looking at the peak of many high mountains, it looks white because it has been capped with a lot of snow all year long. Mont Blanc means a white mountain. That is why the name of many high mountains literally means a white snow-capped mountain, such as Bec du Chêne Mountain and Mont Blanc. Bec du Chêne Mountain is the highest mountain in the Korean peninsula. Its height amounts to 2,744 meters. Both Mont Blanc and Bec du Chêne Mountain literally means a white snow-capped mountain. Heidi is one of the best-selling books ever written, and of the best-known works of Swiss literature. It is a story about the events in the life of a young girl, Heidi, in her grandfather's care, in the Swiss Alps. The girl in red dress below is Heidi, short for Adelheid, meaning noble and kind. Vocabulary number 2.
Alpinist.
It's A-shaped and looks so high. Alpinists are climbing up the peak of the snow-capped mountain. An attractive woman wearing sunglasses is skiing down on the slope of the alphabet A. And a hawk is searching for a prey, hovering over the peak. Etymology.
Alpinist.
Altus, high. C. Alto, altitude. Albus, white. C. Album, albino. Alps, A-shaped, high and white mountains. A man is enjoy paragliding, flying over the peaks of snow-capped mountains and soaring in the sky.
Alpinist.
Alpinists are climbing up the peak of the snow-capped mountain.
An alpinist in red jacket and wearing sunglasses are looking down on the snow-covered mountain road.
The word alpinist combines Latin root altus, meaning high, with a suffix, "est," meaning an expert or specialist. Etymologically, the word alpinist means a professional mountaineer. An Alp is any high, snow-capped mountain. An alpinist is a mountain climber. Professional alpinists used to compete to climb first, the highest mountain in the world. Nowadays, they are competing to climb first all of mountains whose altitude is more than 8,000 meters above sea level. There are many coniferous forests found in alpine mountains of the Alps. The peak of the snow-covered mountain seen behind looks like the alphabet A. Coniferous trees leaves are very sharp like the pointed top of the alphabet A. In the midst of coniferous forests usually stood groups of pine trees. All peaks of the snow-covered mountains seen behind looks like the alphabet A. And many coniferous trees also look like the alphabet A. But deciduous forests are scarcely found there. Temperate deciduous forest. A coniferous tree has needle-shaped narrow leaves, while a deciduous tree has palm-shaped broad leaves. Pine trees bear pine cones. They look like ice cones. Cone, ice cone, and pine cone, all these look like the alphabet A. My favorite fruit is a pineapple. It looks like a pine cone, but tastes like an apple. That is why it is so named. A pineapple looks like a pine cone, but tastes like an apple. That is why it is called pineapple. Horn, cone, thorn, corn, these four all have a pointed head like the alphabet A. Horn. Thorn. Cone. Matterhorn. Ice cone. Pine cone.
꽃갈콘.
Corn. Corn kernel. Acorn. Corner. All these things look like the alphabet A. Vocabulary number 3.
Altitude.
This is the Alps. The highest peak of the Alps is Mont Blanc. All peaks look like the alphabet A. The altitude above sea level of Mont Blanc is 4,810 meters.
Etymology.
Altitude. Latin altus means high, and Latin alere means to cause to grow, synonym, nourish. For related words, alto, alter, aliment. Altitude. Definition. The height of a thing above a reference level, especially above sea level or above the Earth's surface. Synonym, elevation.
Matterhorn. The altitude of Matterhorn is 4,478 meters above sea level. A man is enjoying paragliding, flying over the apex of Matterhorn. Look at the alpinist, he is climbing up toward the peak of Matterhorn. This logo belongs to Altitude Marketing Company. The altitude of this logo is 18 centimeters.
Latin root altus, as in Alp, alpinist, altitude, alto, and alter, means high. As shown in longitude, latitude, multitude, altitude, magnitude, and attitude. Suffix tude acts a part to form nouns.
Alpine. A paraglider is flying over the peak of a snow-capped mountain.
Alpinist.
Alpinists are climbing up the peak of the snow-capped mountain. The snow-capped mountain looks like the alphabet A. An attractive woman wearing sunglasses is skiing down on the slope of the alphabet A. A hawk is soaring in the sky and looking for a prey. Finally, the hawk found a white dove, hovering around the peak of the mountain.
Going furthermore, Latin root altus included in altitude, is derived from Latin root, alere, meaning, to cause to grow, nourish. Words such as aliment, alimony, and alma mater contain Latin root, alere. Altitude. Elementary pyramid.
Altitude means the height of a thing above a reference level, especially above sea level or above the Earth's surface.
Altitude means the height above sea level. Look at the peak of the snow-capped mountain in the left. It looks like the alphabet A. It looks so high. Can you guess the altitude of the peak? By the way, how can we measure the altitude of a mountain? We can measure it with an altimeter. It is an instrument for measuring the altitude, or height above a given reference level, as the sea or ground. Altimetry is the science or practice of measuring altitudes, as with an altimeter. An Alp is any high, snow-capped mountain. An alpinist is a mountain climber. Professional alpinists used to compete to climb first, the highest mountain in the world. Nowadays, they are competing to climb first all of mountains whose altitude is more than 8,000 meters above sea level. Alpinists shall know the risks of decreased oxygen at high altitudes. Altitude sickness is a collection of symptoms such as shortness of breath, headache, nausea and vomiting, agitation, vertigo, and nosebleed, resulted from decreased oxygen in the atmosphere at high altitudes. How altitude sickness works. Altitude sickness. Symptoms: nausea, headache, fatigue. To avoid altitude sickness, drink plenty of water. At 8,000 feet, altitude sickness can afflict travelers. The higher altitude, the lower oxygen level. Vocabulary number 4. Altai. Look at the peak of the snow-capped white mountain. It has a shape of a pyramid, like the alphabet A. 3 persons are looking at the peak of the mountain. They say in unison that it is so high. An attractive woman wearing sunglasses is skiing down on the slope of the alphabet A. A man is enjoying paragliding like a bird around the peak. Etymology.
Altai.
Golden Mountain of Altai. Many etymologists argue that the first part, al, means a gold, and the second part, tai, means a mountain. That is, literally Altai means a golden mountain. In Chinese, it is called as follows.
金山
金山
But in my opinion, the word Altai is related to Latin altus, meaning high. There are many related words such as altitude, alter, exalt, Altamira, alto saxophone, etc.
Look at the picture of Altai Mountains. There are many snow-capped mountain peaks. All of them look like the alphabet A.
Look at the person who is enjoying paragliding. A post authority issued a stamp containing an image of the Altai Mountains. Lots of linguists argue that literally Altai means a golden mountain. But, to me, it seems that the part alt in Altai is related to Latin root altus, meaning high, as in Alps, altitude, alto, alter, and exalt. That is why I think that literally Altai means a high mountain. Look at the picture of the high and white Altai Mountains. All snow-capped peaks look like the alphabet A. Look up the sky. There are a team of paragliders flying like a bird. Meanwhile, in Mongolian, Altan means a gold. When the sun shines the Altai Mountains from the opposite side, it looks like burning, emanating golden yellow. Look at the Altai Mountains. It looks like burning. That is why Altai is called a golden mountain by lots of people. Altai Mountains are located in Central Asia, where the borders of Russia, China, Mongolia and Kazakhstan come together. The mountains run about 1,200 miles. In the map, you can see the 4 countries of Russia, China, Mongolia and Kazakhstan. In the center of these 4 countries, you can see the Altai Mountains. It is not difficult to find eagle hunters around Altai Mountains. They use an eagle to hunt for living. Eagles soar so high in the sky and look down to find out their prey. Look at the eagle hunter. She is a young lady. Her eagle is very large, as much as herself. Look at the alphabet A. It looks like the A-shaped peak of the Altai Mountains, as shown in the right picture. Look at the picture of the high and white Belukha mountain. An alpinist is climbing up the peak of the Belukha mountain. A paraglider is flying over the peak like an eagle. Look at the picture below. It is Belukha mountain, the highest peak of the Altai Mountains in Russia. Its altitude is 4,506 meters above sea level. It seems that the first part Bel in Belukha is related to the part Bel, as in Belarus, Belgrade, and Beluga whale. The root Bel means white. That is, it seems that Belukha mountain literally means a white mountain. Look at the picture of the Belukha mountain. It is a white snow-covered mountain. Vocabulary number 5. Altar. A family looks up to the top of the altar, which looks high. The altar has a shape of the alphabet A. A chieftain is holding a religious ceremony at the altar. Etymology. Altar. It is derived from Latin root altus, meaning high. There are many related words in English such as altitude, exalt, alto, etc. Definition: an elevated place where religious rituals are performed. Look at the altar in the picture. It looks like the alphabet A. An altar is an elevated place to hold religious rituals. So, it looks little bit high. Latin root altus, as in altitude, alter, and alto, means high. Look at the altar below. The A-shaped altar is elevated above the ground. So, it's no wonder that the word altar is so called. You can see Belukha mountain in red circle in the picture below. Also, you can see an altar located on the opposite side of Belukha mountain. People love to make wishes in front of an altar, while looking over at Belukha mountain, the highest peak of the Altai Mountains in Russia. Vocabulary number 6. Alto. An alto singer is practicing in his high-pitched voice. Etymology. Alto. It is derived from Latin root altus meaning high. There are many related words such as altitude, alter, exalt, etc. Definition. Number 1. The highest adult male voice, countertenor. Number 2. The lowest female voice, contralto. Number 3. The second highest part of a four-part chorus. Soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Number 4. The range between soprano and tenor. Number 5. A singer whose voice lies within this range. Number 6. An instrument that sounds within this range. An attractive woman is playing the alto saxophone. Latin root altus, as in altitude, alter, alto and contralto, means high. A woman in yellow shirt is singing. She has a high-pitched tone. She is a contralto singer. Look at the picture of various saxophones below. The smaller their size, the higher their sound. There are 4 saxophones: soprano, alto, tenor, and baritone saxophone. A long-haired man is playing the alto saxophone. He looks very attractive. Vocabulary number 7. Altostratus. Look at the Belukha mountain. Belukha mountain is the highest peak of the Altai mountains in Russia. Look up in the sky above the snow-capped peak of the Belukha mountain. A cloud of altostratus is floating like a feather. Etymology. Altostratus. Altostratus is composed of Latin altus meaning high and stratum meaning layer. Definition. Altostratus means a cloud characterized by a generally uniform gray sheet or layer, with a medium altitude of about 2,400 to 6,000 meters. The A-shaped, white peak of the Alps above is called Matterhorn. You can see a cloud of altostratus in the sky. Look at the image of Matterhorn on the surface of lake. It's amazingly beautiful. Altostratus. It is a cloud characterized by a generally uniform gray sheet or layer, with a medium altitude of about 2,400 to 6,000 meters. Altocumulus. It is a globular cloud at an intermediate height of about 2,400 to 6,000 meters. Clouds chart. Number 1. Stratus. Number 2. Nimbostratus. Number 3. Cumulus. Number 4. Stratocumulus. Number 5. Altocumulus. Number 6. Altostratus. Number 7. Cumulonimbus. Number 8. Cirrocumulus. Number 9. Cirrostratus. Number 10. Cirrus. Latin root altus, as in altitude, alter, alto and altostratus means high. The A-shaped, white peak of the Alps on the right is called Matterhorn. You can see a cloud of altostratus in the sky. Look at the image of Matterhorn on the surface of lake. It's amazingly beautiful. Look at an altar in the below picture. The altar faces Belukha mountain, crossing over many peaks of mountains. The Belukha mountain is the highest peak of the Altai mountains in Russia. The peak in a red circle is the Belukha mountain. There is an altar on the opposite side of the Belukha mountain. The altar looks like the alphabet A. In the sky, there are altostratus clouds. A shaman usually cries out in alt in front of an altar during a ritual. Voca root 2. There are many places in the world having Latin root altus. Latin root altus means high. Alps, Altai, Los Altos, Alta Vista, Altamira, Palo Alto, Altamont, Monte Alto, Altos. From now on, let's study a group of words and place names having Latin root altus. Vocabulary number 8. Altamira. A bison, drawn on the wall of Altamira Cave. Etymology. Altamira. The cave name Altamira is composed of Latin root altus meaning high, and Latin root mirare meaning to look at something. Literally, Altamira means to look down from a high place. The cave is located near the town of Santillana del Mar, Cantabria in Spain. UNESCO registered the cave with its paintings as a World Heritage Site. Look at the top of the map. You can see Altamira. In front of Altamira, there is the Atlantic Ocean. Is it possible to look over the Atlantic Ocean from the Altamira Cave? This is the entrance of Altamira Cave.
Museo de Altamira.
In English, it means Museum of Altamira. Altamira is composed of Latin root altus meaning high, as in altitude, alto, alter, and exalt, and Latin root mirare, meaning to look at, as in mirror, mirage, miracle, and admire. Literally speaking, Altamira means looking down from a high place, high view. The hill looks little bit high. It is natural to call it Altamont meaning a high hill. The hill looks high and steep like the alphabet A. The cat at the Altamont is looking down at the bottom of the hill. Look at the sky. There is a layer of Altostratus. Altamira Cave is famous for its Upper Paleolithic paintings of wild animals and human hands. Look at the photos showing the ceiling of Altamira Cave on which many animals were drawn by primitive people. The cave and its paintings are regarded as a Paleolithic equivalent to the Sistine Chapel and the Last Judgment drawn by Michelangelo. Look at the paintings on the ceiling of Altamira Cave. Look at the paintings on the ceiling and walls of the Sistine Chapel. It is the Last Judgment drawn by Michelangelo. The former is often regarded as a Paleolithic equivalent to the latter. Now, watch a video on the Altamira Cave broadcast by BBC.
This is Altamira. It's one of the most beautiful spots in all of northern Spain, a kind of natural park. About 40 miles from the Pyrenees, just a few miles from the sea. But I'm here because of what's beneath my feet. What's beneath my feet, deep in a cave, is one of the true wonders of the world.
The cave here at Altamira is particularly significant as it was the first site in the world containing Ice Age art ever to be discovered. By sheer coincidence, it's also one of the finest examples of cave art in existence, with the paintings here dating back 22,000 years. It was first brought to the world's attention in 1876, when it was discovered by a local archaeologist and his young daughter. The scientific community at the time was still struggling with the implications of Darwinism and could not accept that Ice Age man would have been capable of such skill. So for over 20 years after discovery, this stunning work was dismissed as a fake.
This is what they discovered when they penetrated to the inner recesses of the cave. An extraordinary painted gallery of animal forms. Bison, wild horses, reindeer. It's been called the Sistine Chapel ceiling of cave art, but I don't think that does justice to Altamira because it certainly doesn't describe its effect, because the Sistine Chapel is vastly high, very remote, whereas here you can almost reach up and touch the animals. It's a very low ceilinged space. It's very intimate. It's almost as if you can touch the spirits of those animals, almost as if you can touch the spirits of the artists who created them. And the reason the images survived is because they're painted using soluble pigment on limestone, and what's happened is that over thousands and thousands of years the pigment has actually become integral to the stone itself, almost like a form of cave fresco. It's fixed in the rock, and that's why they survive. It's amazing that they do. I think what's most extraordinary about Altamira, and it's quite hard to catch on camera, is the three-dimensionality of this work. This is not painting on a flat surface. It's nothing like painting on a canvas. Well, Leonardo da Vinci said that a great artist should look sometimes up at the sky or look at a wall and look at the shapes in a wall and find his compositions there. That's exactly what the cave artists did. Look here. See, there you've got a bison. And what the artist's seen is he's seen the muscle of the thigh of the bison in that protuberance of rock. And then he's seen the head there in another rock altogether. So it's as if the head is turning to face you. It's the art of imagination. It's the art of finding what you already know in a deep space, in a cave. I love this deer. Life-size almost, this deer. It's just wonderful. What a piece of art. What a work of art. And look at the way in which another artist has found in the curve of limestone just beneath the deer's snout space to make a wonderfully vigorous Picassoid bison, completely different in its scale. The whole body of the bison is smaller than the head of the deer. There's this tremendous sense of animal life, fantastic naturalism. It's so hard to believe it was created so many thousands of years ago. Now what we're actually looking at here is in fact an immensely skillful replica of Altamira Cave. It duplicates every contour, every shape, every hollow. Every image is exactly where it is in the original. So it is a tremendous, amazing piece of work, and a very necessary piece of work too, because they discovered that human breath creates an algae that has a corrosive, attacking effect on these priceless, immensely precious, valuable relics of our own most distant past. So the caves are now mostly closed up. They're considered too fragile for any human being to enter the space.
A primitive woman is looking up to draw animals on the ceiling of Altamira Cave. Visitors also are looking up at the artworks drawn on the ceiling, admiring them. But the animals drawn on the ceiling of Altamira Cave have been always looking down to visitors. Ironically, Altamira literally means looking down from a high place. A primitive mom carrying a young baby on her chest is looking up and drawing animals on the ceiling of the Altamira Cave. Maybe she wishes that her husband will come back safely from hunting with plenty of animals. So many years later, a group of persons are visiting the cave and admiring the amazing paintings. Latin root mirare in Altamira means to look, as in mirror, mirage, miracle, and admire, and Latin root altus means high, as in altitude, alter, and exalt. Most of visitors to Altamira Cave are very surprised at the marvelous pictures of animals, such as deer and bison, drawn on the wall and ceiling of the cave. Some of them even say out aloud deep admiration from their inner mind, not superficial one. Admiration. Admiration means respect and warm approval. It is composed of Latin prefix ad meaning et, and Latin mirare meaning to see or look. Literally, admiration mean looking upon and wondering at something. Don't accept your dog's admiration as conclusive evidence that you are wonderful. Admiration on the label means quality on your table. You can see Latin root mirare, to look, in the words such as Altamira, mirror, and admiration. Interestingly, both a Japanese word, miru, and Korean words, miluaboda, miluda, mean to look, to see.
미루다.
In Korean, miruda means to guess or foresee by looking into other similar cases. Mirror. Mirror is a piece of special glass made so that when you look at it, you see yourself. Miru. In Japanese, miru means to see. Mirage. Mirage is an optical illusion caused by atmospheric conditions, especially the appearance of a sheet of water in a desert or on a hot road caused by the refraction of light from the sky by heated air.
미루어 보다. 미루어 짐작하다.
It means to suppose or guess in advance by looking into previous other cases. Here, we need to focus on the verb to look. Literally, the phoneme miru means to see or look in many languages including English, Korean, Japanese, Arabic, etc.
She looks in the mirror every morning before going out to work.
If you look in the mirror and see a beer belly, bald head, and big red nose, look on the bright side. At least your eyesight is okay.
Voca root 3. In English, many words are derived from Latin root mirare, meaning to see or look. Latin root mirare, meaning to see, look. Miru. Mirror, admire. Arab Emirates. The country name, UAE, is an acronym for United Arab Emirates.
미루어 보다.
Altamira, admiral, miracle, mirage. Let's study many related words derived from Latin root mirare. In addition, you can find Latin root vedere, meaning to see, in the word visitor, and prefixes sur and super, meaning over, from the words surprise and superficial. Making words. Number 1. Do you know that 90% of English words with more than one syllable are Latin-based and most of the remaining 10% are Greek-based? This means that we can learn English words easily by using Latin and Greek roots. Please see next page where you can see how word making is done in English. Star number 1. Latin root vedere, meaning to see. Star number 4. Latin root ire, meaning to go. Star number 1 and star number 4 make the word visit. Literally, visit means to go to see. Star number 3. Latin prefix super meaning over. Star number 3 and star number 1 make the word supervise. Literally, supervise means to watch over, oversee. Star number 6. Latin root altus, meaning high. Star number 2. Latin root mirare, meaning to see or look. Star number 6 and star number 2 make the place name Altamira. Literally, Altamira means a high view or to look down from a high place. Star number 5. Latin prefix ad, meaning at. Star number 5 and star number 2 make the word admire. Literally, admire means to wonder at, or to look up at something or somebody. Can you guess what word will be made when mixing the star number 5 and star number 1? Can you guess what word will be made when mixing the star number 6 and star number 1? See you making words number 4 next page on the words Alta Vista and advise. Making words, number 2. You can see here 3 Latin roots such as vedere, altus, and ad. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 6 and star number 1 make the word Alta Vista. Etymologically, Alta Vista means to look at something from a high place. Star number 5 and star number 1 make the word advise. Advise means to give an advice to somebody. To give an advice means showing someone how to do or deal with complicated matters on which he doesn't know what to do. That is, if someone gets a good advice, a fantastic solution will be seen before him. Literally, Alta Vista means to look down on and far from a high place. It's a good name for a company. That is why so many companies used it as their business name. And we can also coin various words by mixing star number 5 and star number 6. Adult is one of them. We will study them later. There are many places which are called Altamira. Look at the below list of places named Altamira. Cave of Altamira, a cave in Cantabria, Spain. It is famous for its paintings and carving. Altamira, Brazil, a city in the state of Para. Altamira, Hula, a town and municipality in Colombia. Altamira, Puerto Plata, a town in the Dominican Republic. Altamira Municipality, Tamaulipas, Mexico, a port city and a municipality. Altamira Caracas, a neighborhood in Caracas, Venezuela. Altamira do Maranhão, a city in the Brazilian state of Maranhão. In the map, you can see Altamira. It is a port city, Tamaulipas in Mexico. Torres de Altamira Castle is located on a hill dominating San Fis, a village close to Brian. The castle is freely accessible. You can look down wide areas therefrom. So, it is no wonder why the castle is so named. Also, you can see Altocumulus clouds in the sky above the castle. Look at the castle. It is Torres de Altamira Castle. It is tall. It looks like the alphabet A. Look at the sky above the castle. You can see lots of altocumulus clouds covering the castle like a ceiling. In addition, some companies love to name them Altamira because they think that the name best represents their business identity. Vocabulary number 9. Exalt. Etymology. Exalt. Exalt is composed of Latin prefix ex, meaning out, and Latin root altus, meaning high. Literally, exalt means to praise someone aloud outward, and make him go up to a high rank. Definition. 1. To raise in rank or status. 2. To praise, honor, or glorify. Exalt the name of Jesus. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and everyone who humbles himself will be exalted. Luke chapter 14 verse 11. Exalt is composed of prefix ex, meaning out of, beyond, as in excellent, exit, and export, and Latin root altus meaning high, as in altitude, alto, alter, and exalt. Literally speaking, exalt means to praise high beyond expectation. Making words, number 3. You can see here 3 Latin roots such as ex, altus, and ire. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 7 and star number 6 make the word exalt. Exalt. Exalt means to raise in rank or status, to praise, honor, or glorify. Star number 7 and star number 4 make the word exit. Exit. Exit means to go out, a way out. Vocabulary number 10. Alta Vista. Once, Alta Vista was one of the most well-known web search engines. Etymology. Alta Vista. Alta Vista is composed of Latin root altus meaning high, and Latin root vista meaning a good view. Literally, Alta Vista means to look down from a high place or a high view. Alta Vista is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, as in altitude, alto, alter, and exalt, and Latin root videre, meaning to see, as in advise, visit, evident, supervise, survey, and television. Literally speaking, Alta Vista means looking down from a high place, high view. The hill looks little bit high. It is natural to call it Altamont meaning a high hill. The hill looks high and steep like the alphabet A. The cat at the Altamont is looking down at the bottom of the hill. Look at the sky. There is a layer of Altostratus. Making words, number 4. You can see here 3 Latin roots, such as altus, videre, and mont. Latin root altus means high, videre means to see, and mont means a mountain. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 6 and star number 1 make the word Alta Vista. Etymologically, Alta Vista means looking at something from a highland. Star number 6 and star number 8 make the place name Altamont. Literally Altamont means a high mountain. Altamont is composed of Latin root altus meaning high, as in altitude, alter, Altamira, and Alta Vista, and Latin root mont meaning mountain, as in Mont Blanc, Montmartre, Vermont, and Montevideo. Latin root altus meaning high. Here we will study 7 words including Latin root altus. Let's start. Latin root videre, meaning to see. Latin root altus and Latin root videre make the word Alta Vista. Latin root mont, meaning mountain. Latin root altus and Latin root mont make the place name Altamont. Latin prefix x, meaning up or out. Latin prefix x and Latin root altus make the word exalt. Latin root stratus, meaning a layer or spreading. Latin root altus and Latin root stratus make the word Altostratus. Latin root cumulus meaning heap and pile. Latin root altus and Latin root cumulus make the word Altocumulus. Latin root mirare meaning to see. Latin root altus and Latin root mirare make the place name Altamira. Latin suffix tude meaning size or extent. Latin root altus and Latin suffix tude make the word altitude. Alta Vista once was one of the most well-known web search engines. But, due to the advent and rise of Google, it lost ground and was purchased in 2003 by Yahoo. Standing at a high place, you can have a far and broad view. It is also easy to search for something therefrom. That is why I think that Alta Vista is the best name for a web search company. Alta Vista's headquarters had been located in Palo Alto, California. Palo Alto is composed of Latin root palo, meaning tree, and Latin root altus, meaning tall. Literally, Palo Alto means tall tree. The city is named after a redwood tree called El Palo Alto, which is very tall. This is a view of Palo Alto resident area. There are many trees there. Look at the picture of wine brand Palo Alto bottle. You can see a silhouette of a tall tree in the label on the bottle. Literally, Palo Alto means tall tree. Palo Alto includes Stanford University, and many Silicon Valley high-tech companies locate their headquarters in Palo Alto. Hewlett-Packard is one of them. Palo Alto has served as an incubator to several other high-tech companies such as Apple, Facebook, Google, and PayPal. As a result, Palo Alto becomes one of the most expensive cities in the United States. Latin root vedere means to see or watch. Today we study 7 words containing Latin root vedere. Let's start an interesting journey of building your vocabulary. Latin root altus meaning high. Latin root altus and Latin root vedere make the word Alta Vista. Literally, Alta Vista means looking down from a high place. Latin prefix ad means to or at. Latin prefix ad and Latin root vedere make the word advise. Advise means to offer suggestions about the best course of action to someone. Literally, advice means to give a good consultation to someone so that he can see and find out a good solution to break the stalemate. Latin root ire means to go. Latin root vedere and Latin root ire make the word visit. Visit means go to see someone and spend time with him socially. Latin prefix e or x means out. Latin prefix e and Latin root vedere make the word evident. Evident means clearly seen or understood, synonym, obvious. Literally, evident means something revealed out clearly so that it can be seen. Latin prefix super mean beyond or over. Latin prefix super and Latin root vedere make the word supervise. Supervise means to be in charge of an activity or person, making sure that work is done properly, or people behave correctly. Literally, supervise means to watch over an activity or person, making sure that work is done properly, or workers behave correctly. Latin prefix sur means over or up. Latin prefix sur and Latin root vedere make the word survey. Survey means to look closely at or examine someone or something. Literally, survey means to look over something or someone to examine closely. Latin prefix tele means far away from something. Latin prefix tele and Latin root vedere make the word television. Television means a system for converting visual images with sound into electrical signals, transmitting them by radio or other means, and displaying them electronically on a screen. And television also means a device with a screen for receiving television signals. Literally, television means seeing something that is distant far away. Imagine the process of watching TV program. You watch it on a screen, but in fact the program is going on alive at the broadcasting company's studio, which is located far away from you. Making words, number 2. You can see here 3 Latin roots such as vedere, altus, and ad. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 6 and star number 1 make the word Alta Vista. Etymologically, Alta Vista means to look at something from a high place. Star number 5 and star number 1 make the word advise. Advise means to give an advice to somebody. To give an advice means showing someone how to do or deal with complicated matters on which he doesn't know what to do. That is, if someone gets a good advice, a fantastic solution will be seen before him. Literally, Alta Vista means to look down on and far from a high place. It's a good name for a company. That is why so many companies used it as their business name. And we can also coin various words by mixing star number 5 and star number 6. Adult is one of them. We will study them later. Alta Vista is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, as in altitude, alto, alter, and exalt, and Latin root vedere, meaning to see, as in advise, visit, evident, supervise, survey, and television. Literally speaking, Alta Vista means looking down from a high place, high view. Advise is composed of Latin prefix ad, meaning to, et, and Latin root vedere, meaning to see. Literally, advise means to give an advice or counseling to someone so that he can see it. Mentors give good advice to their mentees so that they can see and take it. By using Alta Vista, a web search engine, I found some pieces of advice. I hereunder show them to you so that you can see, accept, and use them when you do something. Before you act, listen. Before you react, think. Before you spend, earn. Before you criticize, wait. Before you pray, forgive. And before you quit, try. Surround yourself with positive, successful people. Be yourself. There is something that you can do better than any other. Listen to the inward voice and bravely obey that. This advice is from Steve Jobs. I give it to you in the enlarged text format so that you can see and understand it deep and clear. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Making words number 5. You can see here 3 Latin roots, such as vedere, ire, and ex. Latin root vedere means to see, ire means to go, and ex means out. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 1 and star number 4 make the word visit. Visit. Visit means to go to see someone, especially a friend, relative, or patient, and spend time with him socially. Star number 7 and star number 4 make the word exit. Exit. Exit means to go out, a way out. Star number 7 and star number 1 make the word evident. Evident means clearly seen or understood, synonym, obvious. Literally, evident means something revealed out clearly so that it can be seen.
할머니! 저 왔어요!
Visit is composed of Latin root vedere, meaning to see, and Latin root ire, to go. Visit literally means to go to see. Evident is composed of Latin root vedere, meaning to see, and prefix ex, meaning out. Literally, evident means clear, outstanding, obvious for being seen. If you visit a friend who is in the hospital or a relative whom you have not seen for a long time, you go to see him. The friend in the hospital will feel happy when his friends visit him, with a bundle of beautiful flowers in hands, whereas, other patients there may lose their temper when the visitors tamper their sleep by chatting in a loud voice during their visit. But, it becomes evident to me that even when you are about to be exploded with anger, you'd better be patient and keep yourself in control. As the alphabet V in the logo below comes out upwards above the rest, you can see it more easily. That is, it is outstanding. Self-evident means evident without need of proof or explanation. God is not a hypothesis derived from logical assumptions, but an immediate insight, self-evident as light. He is not something to be sought in the darkness with the light of reason. He is the light. Speech by Abraham Joshua Heschel. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Speech by Thomas Jefferson. Evidence is something that gives proof or leads to a conclusion. The criminal's blood at the scene of a crime is an example of evidence. Evidence is something that gets you into trouble. Jim has burned the evidence. Some criminals are caught red-handed, and others leave evidences such as fingerprints, footprints, and their own blood. The red hand of the criminal is self-evident. Caught red-handed. If some fingerprints or footprints are found at the crime scene, they become evident to inspectors that they belong to an unknown criminal. Evidences such as fingerprints, footprints, and CCTV film are self-evident and can be used to catch the criminal. Self-evident proofs such as footprints, fingerprints, etc. which are found at the crime scene. Look at the security, tamper-evident labels below. Security label. Not valid if tampered with. Tamper-evident tape. Put an end to tampering. Security, tamper-evident labels. Checker patterns, void pattern, and white destructible polyethylene. Do not tamper. Warranty voids, if tampered. When tampering the tamper-evident label, void mark appears, evidencing tampering, and warranty voids. Therefore, you have to avoid tampering the label. Making words number 6. You can see here 3 Latin roots such as vedere, super, and sur. Latin root vedere means to see, super means over, or up, and sur means same as super. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 3 and star number 1 make the word supervise. Supervise means to watch over, to oversee. Literally, supervise means to watch over an activity or person, making sure that work is done properly, or workers behave correctly. Star number 6 and star number 1 make the word survey. Survey means to look at comprehensively, to inspect carefully. Literally, survey means to look over something or someone to examine closely. Supervise is composed of Latin root vedere, meaning to see, and prefix super, meaning up, over. Supervise literally means to oversee or watch over, especially some works or workers. Survey is composed of Latin root vedere, meaning to see, and prefix sur, up, over. Survey literally means to see over, criminal case, etc., to see it carefully, or to see over, boundaries, etc., to measure them in accordance with the principles of trigonometry and geometry. A supervisor is a person who leads and supervises workers, oversees their works, and watches over other affairs related to the ongoing project. He works as if he were a superman. Parents shall supervise their children, especially when crossing roads. Children must be supervised at all times. Warning: children left unattended will be sold to the circus. Supervise children. When children play swimming, parents supervise them. Many good companies survey customers' satisfaction on their products and services by using a questionnaire. When I am asked to answer on a questionnaire how I feel on their products and services, I often feel embarrassed because I don't know on which checkbox I have to put a tick. Please select one checkbox you want, and make a mark on it, in the shape of V, as in the letter survey below. Survey. Please check one of 4 choices such as excellent, good, average, and poor. Making words number 7. You can see here 3 Latin roots such as vedere, tele, and scope. Latin root vedere means to see, tele means far away, and scope means to watch. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 7 and star number 1 make the word television. Television means an electronic device used to receive sound and images which create television programs. Literally, television means seeing something that is distant far away. Imagine the process of watching TV program. You watch it on a screen, but in fact the program is going on alive at the broadcasting company's studio, which is located far away from you. Star number 7 and star number 8 make the word telescope. Telescope means an optical instrument that makes faraway objects look closer by using a special arrangement of lenses and mirrors. Television is composed of prefix tele, meaning far away, distant, and Latin root vedere, meaning to see. Literally, television means seeing or watching something located far away. Telescope is composed of prefix tele, meaning far away, distant, and Latin root scopsos, meaning seeing. Literally, telescope means seeing or watching something located far away. Only in the aspect of etymological meaning, television and telescope are same. But, in the aspect of actual meaning, they are far different. A television is an electronic device in your house, on which you enjoy watching a soccer play, which is actually being played at a playground located far away from you. That is, with the help of a television set, we can see or watch something located far away from us. Some soccer fans visit a soccer stadium with binoculars in hands to see the play of their favorite players more clearly through it. The word binoculars is composed of prefix bi, meaning two, and Latin root oculus, meaning eye. Literally, binoculars means 2 eyes. Meanwhile, a telescope is an optical instrument that makes faraway objects look closer by using a special arrangement of lenses and mirrors. Generally, a telescope is a device for 1 eye, while binoculars for 2 eyes. A telescope is usually set on a tripod, having 3 feet. Vocabulary number 11. Altamont. Etymology. Altamont. Altamont is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, and Latin root mont, meaning a mountain. Literally, Altamont means a high mount. Making words, number 4. You can see here 3 Latin roots, such as altus, vedere, and mont. Latin root altus means high, vedere means to see, and mont means a mountain. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 6 and star number 1 make the word Alta Vista. Etymologically, Alta Vista means looking at something from a highland. Star number 6 and star number 8 make the place name Altamont. Literally, Altamont means a high mountain. Altamont is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, as in altitude, altar, Altamira, and Alta Vista, and Latin root mont meaning mountain, as in Mont Blanc, Montmartre, Vermont, and Montevideo. There are many places called Altamont in the United States. Look at the list of places called Altamont as follows. Altamont, California, Altamont, Illinois, Altamont, Kansas, Altamont, Missouri, Altamont, New York, Altamont, North Carolina. Altamont, Oregon, Altamont, Pennsylvania, Altamont, South Carolina, Altamont, South Dakota, Altamont, Tennessee, Altamont, Utah. I think that they are so named because their altitude above the sea level is relatively high. Literally speaking, Altamont means a high mount or mountain. At the places named Altamont or Altamonte, you can easily find out a high mound or mount around there. Latin root altus, as in Alp, Alpinist, altitude, alto, altar, means high, and Latin root mont, as in a mount, surmount, means mound or mountain. Some places include Latin root mont in their name, such as Montmartre, Montenegro, Montreal, Montevideo, Mont Blanc and Montana. Latin root mont means mountain. The highest peak of the Alps is Mont Blanc, 4,810 meters, on the French-Italian border. Its scenic beauty and winter sports make it a popular tourist destination. It is Mont Blanc. Its altitude is 4,810 meters. Literally, Mont Blanc means a snow-capped white mountain. Looking at the peak of many high mountains, it looks white because it has been capped with a lot of snow all year long. Mont Blanc means a white mountain. In Paris, there is a famous small mount, exactly speaking a hill, named Montmartre. Therefrom, you can enjoy a good view on Eiffel Tower and Seine River and Notre Dame. The small hill in red circle is Montmartre. That is why so many famous artists painted picture on scenery at Montmartre. But, Montmartre is composed of Latin root mont, meaning mount, hill, and Latin root martyr, meaning martyr. Look at the statue for Saint Denis. It is beheaded. Making words number 8. You can hear 3 Latin roots such as altus, x, and stratus. Latin root altus means high, prefix x means out, and stratus means spreading or a layer. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these 3 Latin roots. Star number 2 and star number 1 make the word exalt. Exalt means to raise in rank or status, to praise, honor, or glorify. Exalt the name of Jesus. Star number 1 and star number 3 make the word altostratus. Altostratus. It is a cloud characterized by a generally uniform gray sheet or layer, with a medium altitude of about 2,400 to 6,000 meters. Exalt is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, and prefix x, meaning up, out. Literally, exalt means raising high upward, in status or rank. Altostratus is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, and Latin root stratus, meaning a layer, spreading. Literally, altostratus means a stratus-patterned cloud but located high in the sky. Exalt the name of Jesus. Someone goes up to a high hill, Altamont, shouts the name of Jesus Christ in alt, and exalts the Lord and prays his wishes in the name of Jesus Christ. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and everyone who humbles himself will be exalted. Luke chapter 14 verse 11. Swelling cumulus clouds, piercing a layer of altostratus cloud. Look at the white multi-layered clouds in the sky. They are piled up, layered up one above another high in the sky. So, it is no wonder that such cloud is called altostratus. Making words number 9. You can see here 3 Latin roots such as altus, cumulus, and mirare. Latin root altus means high, cumulus means heap or pile, and mirare means to see. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these three Latin roots. Star number 1 and star number 4 make the word altocumulus. Altocumulus. It is a globular cloud at an intermediate height of about 2,400 to 6,000 meters. Star number 1 and star number 5 make the place name Altamira. Literally, Altamira means a high view or looking down from a high hill. Look at the bison drawn on the wall of Altamira Cave. Altocumulus is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, and Latin root cumulus, a heap, pile. Literally, altocumulus means a piled up, globular cloud but located high in the sky. Altamira is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, and Latin root mirare, meaning to see. Literally, Altamira means a high view. Look at the various clouds in the picture below. Among them, you can identify Altocumulus and Altostratus. Altocumulus is white globular clouds high in the sky. They look like fluffy cotton. Clouds chart. Number 1. Stratus. Number 2. Nimbostratus. Number 3. Cumulus. Number 4. Stratocumulus. Number 5. Altocumulus. Number 6. Altostratus. Number 7. Cumulonimbus. Number 8. Cirrocumulus. Number 9. Cirrostratus. Number 10. Cirrus. Altamira Cave is famous for its Upper Paleolithic paintings of wild animals and human hands. Look at the photos showing the ceiling of Altamira Cave on which many animals were drawn by primitive people. Look at the paintings on the ceiling of Altamira Cave. Look at the paintings on the ceiling and walls of the Sistine Chapel. It is the Last Judgment drawn by Michelangelo. The former is often regarded as a Paleolithic equivalent to the latter. Making words number 10. You can see here three Latin roots such as altus, tude, and meter. Latin root altus means high, suffix tude means size or extent, and meter means to measure. Let's check how many words can be coined by using these three Latin roots. Let's study how many words can be coined by these three Latin roots. Star number 1 and star number 6 make the word altitude. Altitude means the height of a thing above a reference level, especially above sea level or above the Earth's surface. In the center of the picture of altimeter below, you can see the word altitude. Star number 1 and star number 7 make the word altimeter. Altimeter means an instrument for measuring the altitude or height above a given reference level, as the sea or ground. In the center of the picture of airplane dashboard above, you can see the word altimeter.
Latin root altus, as in Alp, alpinist, altitude, alto, and alter, means high. As shown in longitude, latitude, multitude, altitude, magnitude, and attitude. Suffix tude acts a part to form nouns.
Altitude is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, and a noun forming suffix tude, meaning magnitude, size. Literally, altitude means the height of something. Altimeter is composed of Latin root altus, meaning high, and Latin root meter, meaning a measuring. Literally, altimeter means a device measuring the altitude or height of something. By the way, how can we measure the altitude of a mountain? We can measure it with an altimeter, an instrument for measuring the altitude or height above a given reference level, as the sea or ground. Altimetry is the science or practice of measuring altitudes, as with an altimeter. So far, we have studied a high series of the alphabet A. Next, we will learn sharp series of the alphabet A. Look at the peak of the alphabet A. It is very sharp and pointed. When you touch it, you may feel ouchy. Let's start new journey of building your vocabulary with horny alphabet A. Dedication. Above all, my deep thanks go to my Lord who gave me so powerful and courageous spirit, without which I couldn't write even the first line of this book. And then, to my better half, Sunja Kong, who encouraged me to do what I want to do and always smiled at me though I didn't make her enjoy a happy life with a smile on her face. And finally, to my daughters, Jimin and Jihyun, who gave me support and sang a praise for me in unison all the time. All rights reserved. No part of this book may be used or reproduced, in any manner whatsoever, without the written permission of the author. Copyright 2022 Kermijul.com, Hoyoung Park. If you think this video is useful, please subscribe here.